everyone, Miss Silla here, Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are having a great day. So lately I've been receiving messages regarding powdery mildew. So I figured I'd put this video together on how to deal with powdery mildew, prevent it, or control powdery mildew in general. So first of all, powdery mildew will start to set in when temperatures are around 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and also when there is low humidity, which is this time of the year. So a lot of people are dealing with powdery mildew on their squash plants, cucumber plants, even some peas and or tomatoes. Now there are different species of powdery mildew that will attack different plants. So there are some that will only settle on squash plants, which will not go to tomato plants, and so on. So a couple of things that you can do is spacing out your plants. Make sure to give them adequate spacing in between. For instance, tomatoes, you want to plant them at least, they say 24 to 36 inches apart. I'd rather plant them 36 inches apart, so that I'll give them space in between, proper airflow and circulation. If there's a lack of airflow or circulation in between plants, that can harbor diseases. And also try to plant these plants in full sun. Shaded plants or plants that are planted in the shade are more susceptible to powdery mildew. So plants like squash, tomatoes, even peas actually will do best in full sun anyway, and you can prevent powdery mildew if you plant them in full sun rather than in the shade. So another thing is, if you are dealing with powdery mildew, if you have heavily infected leaves, remove them, and also stems, remove them right away. Put them in the garbage can. Do not throw them in your garden or compost pile or compost bin. The spores will more likely overwinter and return the next season. So you want to get rid of heavily infected leaves and or stems, prune them off, and throw them away as soon as possible. And a couple of things on how to control it and or cure or even stop it is mixing solutions such as the milk and water solution. That one works great. I've tried it in the past. Also baking soda, soap, and water solution as well. So the ratio for the milk solution, I believe, is 30% to 40% milk to about 60 to 70% water in a 1 gallon container. And you can use that to spray the leaves, and make sure to get the top of the leaves as well as the other side of the leaves, that we can get the spores on both sides, and also the stems as well. And the baking soda solution is, I believe, 1 gallon of water, 1 tablespoon baking soda, and half a teaspoon of dish soap, which will help adhere the solution onto the leaves and into 1 gallon water, and in the sprayer. So that one's a great one too. You can also use neem oil. I believe the neem oil solution is 2 tablespoons neem oil to 1 gallon of water. So you can do that as well. That would work. That will work as well, because neem oil has some fungicide properties. So there are some things that I can think of that's on the top of my head. I hope this helps you guys out. So remember, plant your plants in full sun, space them out properly, don't plant them too close, use some natural fungicides or natural ways to control powdery mildew, such as the solutions I mentioned early on this video. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. Let me know how your garden is doing, and I hope that you're not dealing with powdery mildew so much or at all. And I hope everything's going well for you guys. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Other than that, have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me, and happy gardening. Here is my garden sprayer. This is a 2 gallon container. Found this one on Amazon, but you can pretty much find them at most hardware stores, and they're usually around $12 to $20, so they're pretty inexpensive. Now, want to mention that if you are using the milk and water solution, make sure to spray your plants during the afternoon when it's hot under the sun. For some reason, the sun and or the heat activates the proteins in the milk, which gives it the antiseptic-like effects that will kill the spores of the fungi. So anyways, just remember to spray your plants with the milk and water solution during the afternoon under the warm sun.